Good morning. Ni hao. In 1985, 1 year after the Institute was founded, we had 4 visitors to Muscatine, 4 individuals that had never been in the continental United States before. This was a small delegation that came to Muscatine through the Sister States organization to learn a little bit about agriculture, or as much as you can in 3 days. Well, this delegation was led by a young provincial gentleman by the name of Xi Jinping. And it was also co-led by a gentleman by the name of Mr. Bai. Mr. Bai is a retired provincial official and is now a professional photographer. But in any case, the point is, these gentlemen came to Muscatine with realistically no preconceived notions about what they were going to face and who they were going to face and what they were going to learn. So on day number 1, and they homestayed, by the way, Xi Jinping stayed with the Dvorak family. And for breakfast, 2 eggs, hash browns, sausage, or bacon. And he looked at that breakfast plate and wondered, what am I to do with that? Obviously, he'd never seen anything like that before, but if you're from the great Midwest, you understand that's who we are and that's what we do. Well, as the 3 days progressed, an occasional barbecue took place, an occasional boat ride on the Mississippi River. By the way, Muscatine is on the banks of the Mississippi River, as well as being in the heartland of the United States. So these gentlemen took in all of these things, a barbecue out on the farm, a boat ride on the Mississippi River, and many, many other things and stories that I could share with you, but time will not permit that. In any case, at the end of their stay, they all departed and went back to their homeland in China. Now comes the important part. 27 years later, this young man is the vice president of the People's Republic of China. And having a conversation in China with our then governor, Terry Branstad, he simply posed the question to Governor Branstad, how are my friends Sarah and Roger Landy? Well, these are 2 people that were very instrumental in arranging for this delegation to be in Muscatine in 1985. The point being, it's phenomenal that this individual would remember those 2 names, as well as the Dvorak family and others as a part of their host groups. So Xi Jinping immediately arranged for a revisit 27 years later, a revisit to the United States, and more specifically to Muscatine, Iowa. And I can't believe I'm saying Muscatine, Iowa, and I'm in the heart of New York City. It's kind of unbelievable for me, even a past mayor. But I'm very proud to do that. In any case, Xi Jinping, being the vice president, made arrangements for his airplane to stop off in Moline, Illinois, and he carpooled to Muscatine and met with old friends, myself included, for about an hour and a half before he had to depart for Des Moines and then to California. But the point is, we all have gifts. And I don't care if you're from South Dakota or California or Texas, or you're from the great state of New York. You have something to offer, not just international visitors, but visitors in general. And that simply is being a neighbor. We seem to be in Muscatine well known for the way that we treated our Chinese friends. We didn't treat them any different than we would our neighbor. We invited them for breakfast. We invited them out on the farm for a barbecue. We invited them for a boat ride on the Mississippi River. So I say to you today in this conference, be yourself. Be your neighborly self. And that's the simple truth. Thank you.